Much Music, what's going on, man? Look, I want to get your name right because your name is kind of legendary. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I met him. I said Angel. You're like, no. You said Ángel Manuel Soto in the building at Much Music. Welcome, my brother.
Oh well, it's good to be here, man.
Yes. Again, my name is
energy, bro.
Yes, my name is Teddy, and I have so much things to say to you. I wrote this down, but I don't even have a plan because I'm so excited to talk to you today. The fans right now don't know anything about you, and you were just to say anything right now, how would they get to know you? Like, your start was in how did you begin this start? Like, how did you even get into where you are right now?
Man, it's been a long journey. Didn't happen overnight. I started pretty young, like in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't have much resources. I don't come from last names, and one of the things that I was able to do and convince some of the teachers was to let us do short films instead of essays.
So you convinced them?
We were like three teachers.
Yeah.
The other one was like, no. And some of them were like, yeah, you can do it, but you still have to do that essay. Yeah. But one friend had a camera, the other friend had 2 VHS, and we always shot and then edited on VHS to VHS. Nice. So that's how I started like copying stuff that I have seen in order to get my feet wet. But then when I was 19, I got my first chance to work at a TV station. But how that started is I used to work in the mornings, I used to study in the afternoons. So when I came out of college late at night and I would see a production on the streets, I would always stop and find my way in. Wow. The curiosity to be part of this world. I did that a couple of times for multiple reggaeton videos back in the day. And one of the producers that cut me, he was like, if you want to be here, you have to pick up bottles. Like, do something. Pick up the water bottles. So I picked up the water bottles for a lot of those reggaeton music videos. And then the opportunity came up. I was on my last year of college, 19, and he says, like, there's an opportunity to be a PA at a TV station. Do you want it? So I went there. So I started at a TV station as a PA, worked my way up as a producer. Amazing. And I directed, and then I went on my own to do content, music videos, and all that stuff until I was able to do short films and then commercials. And then eventually was able to do my first featured film that premiered in 2015 in Fantastic Fest. And that was the film that really opened the doors. It was 100% Puerto Rican production, shot in the island with a very, very minimal budget. To give you an example, I found out that what a day cost in this movie was way more than the whole budget of my first movie.
Insane.
So for me being like, holy shit, it started like really, like literally from the bottom. And that movie was my presentation card into the world. It did really good internationally. And that got me also the presentation for me to be able to do Charm City Kings in 2018, which premiered in 2020.
Wow.
We premiered in Sundance. We win Best Assembled Cast in Sundance. And then the pandemic hits. But while I was in Puerto Rico in quarantine, I get a call from Galen Weisman, one of the executives of DC, that he had watched the movie, that he loved it, and that they've been working for a couple years now on a script called Blue Beetle.
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, and they wanted me to be the director of it.
Insane.
First, I was hesitant because, we haven't been represented the best way by Hollywood. So I didn't want to fall into the same cracks of feeding into the stereotypes. I really wanted to empower our culture into being powerful the way we are and show us in a different light. Sure, we can be villains, but we can also be heroes. He tells me, don't worry about it. We have a director from Mexico, Querétaro, got a writer from Mexico, Querétaro, which is Gareth Dunet Alcocer, and he wrote an amazing script that really tapped into all the things that I wanted to touch in a movie that had Latinos at the forefront. And that was what sold it to me, and I said yes.
Talk about the soundtracks. How do you even choose the music for something like this? You know what I'm saying? Because I saw in the trailer, you had I Just Want to Rock. Could you do the dance?
So what?
I
cannot do it. No, the reason why maybe if I had put my heart into it, I could have. But we chose that track before it came out and became popular. So that was something that because I like Lil Uzi Vert. I think he's an amazing artist. And this song just had this raw rock and roll energy to it, but it's not a rock and roll song. And I wanted to, what if we use something like this to introduce this amazing track into the world, do this trailerization of it, And then all of a sudden it becomes like the banger of the summer, and I was like, oh my gosh, what a great idea.
But I could go all day with you, man. I just there's time
can-
limit. I hate when there's a time limit. Like, okay, yeah, no, I'm having a great time with you,
we're
man.
here.
I want to ask you.
Nobody's here.
Okay, my dog. Okay, so seriously, I can go on. Like, I was really excited to talk to you today. I saw as part of the movie, Becky G's involved.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They needed to bring the Chicana Chingona.
Yeah,
dude.
you got everything in it, man. Like, I'm telling you.
I've always wanted to work with her. Like, I think she, besides being an amazing actor, she's also a great music talent.
Yeah. She gonna be a superhero in this next one or what?
She already is. She's the voice of Kajida.
That's what I was saying. So
like
is she gonna somehow, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
like,
let's see where our story goes.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for some reason, her scarab
yeah.
takes form.
Yeah.
It has to be Becky G.
So who's a Puerto Rican artist that you can put us on to right now?
Oh, wow. Man, like there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the cradle of talent.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time till people start falling in love with this beautiful Taina rapper that she has a bite to her sound.
Tahina. Her name's Tahina?
No, Taina is our indigenous culture. Her name is Right Now.
Right now.
Right
like
now.
right now.
She's like Raisa.
Yeah.
And she said right now, like
Yeah.
right now. And she has a song in the movie too. And her and Alvarito Diaz.
Insane.
Those two guys, they just came out with a featuring I think today. And you know, Alvarito has been on the come up for a while. He was one of the first rappers in the Latin trap movement that was birthed out of Puerto Rico.
Unreal.
And he is super versatile. Like his last album, Felicilandia, for me was one of the best albums that year. So you have somebody like Alvarito right now teaming up with Right Now. Alvarito right now teaming up with Right Now. That flow right there. But for me, those are like the young bloods in Puerto Rico that are killing it
right now.
They're
Okay.
killing it.
On.
There's something else.
So do you know what a guilty pleasure song is?
Yes.
So what is Angel's guilty pleasure song? So what's that song that you listen to that your family back home would be like, what? You listen to this? They're gonna text you right after seeing this. You listen to that song? What is that?
Don't judge me.
No judgment here. That's why.
There's no judgment. I think she has proven herself to be a great talent. But I have to say, Shake It Up from Taylor Swift. You like it? See?
No, I like that song.
Like,
Shake it up, shake it. Yeah, it does have a good vibe. What got you into that song?
The vibe. My wife is the one who's very much into lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm more into
the vibes.
Yeah,
me too.
And I remember I was driving in LA and it came out on the radio and I was like, oh my God, I feel good.
Now we're gonna end it off with this. This is a very popular question that our fans love to know. Angel, who is the most famous person on your phone?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I've had the pleasure of working of meeting those guys and have their support. You know, right now I've been texting with the likes of like Residente and J Balvin.
That's crazy. See,
all of those
guys.
Hear this? And Manuel just came to the screening in Miami.
Oh, yes.
And you know, Raúl Alejandro went to the one in Puerto Rico. So like all this. I mean, we grew up with the reggaeton, so like it's something that we never felt it as like, the big artists.
Right.
No, these are my homies.
The homies, yeah.
These are my homies that we hung out.
So if what would each of them be doing if you called them? Like if you called Bad Bunny right now, what would he be doing?
I don't know what he'll be doing. I know that he wouldn't answer.
Yeah. What would he be doing? Like, it's interesting. He could be like wrestling or making a music or you know what I'm saying.
I hope he's wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know that that's his passion. I think he wanted to be a wrestler more than a rapper, and seeing him fulfill that dream is also really inspiring.
Yeah, it is.
But I know that like if you ask me what Manuel is doing right now, last night we were just texting. He was so hyped because his son watched the movie and he was so excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, what will he be doing right now? Well, if he's not in Puerto Rico soaking up the sun, I hope he's training for his next wrestling match.
Yeah, no, honestly. Well, hey, this has been such a pleasure. I hope
Thank
to
you,
see
man.
you around again. Congratulations, this movie's about to go crazy, guys. Blue Beetle is gonna be the movie that shocks all of you. I had such a great experience watching it. I'm Filipino and Vietnamese, and we have similar.
We have a lot in common.
Deep, like, family rooted things. I think that.
That's the thing. Like, we really wanted to hone in on our specificity as a culture, because our specificity really opened up the universality that exists in other cultures. Like, we don't have to be afraid of being unabashedly ourselves. I think that by being ourselves, we can connect better with other cultures. And there's more to the world than just, the US or North America. And being able to find, like you said, you have Vietnamese and Filipino background. We share similar colonial history.
We do, man.
And even similar last names and names,
No,
even though we might not speak the language. So, like, our histories intersect in such a beautiful way that a lot of the things that make us special, a lot of our values, are connected, whether it's in an ancestral thing or just a human thing. We connect a lot through all these experiences. And that's why in this movie, like, we not only wanted to celebrate our Latinidad and put it front and center because we're not afraid of who we are, but we also wanted to honor the people that came before us, the people that sacrificed so much and became heroes in their own way for us to be where we are now.
Absolutely. Any final words? Muchmusic. The floor is yours.
Any final words, man? Well, I hope people show up. I hope people show up to see the movie because, as you can tell us, as you can see, we put so much love into it, a lot of passion. And if it wasn't for the actors' strike and the writers' strike, my actors would be here. And they are, I don't know if you saw Sholo going viral, freestyling on Sway.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like, it's
I
like,
was like, yo.
Like, you want to, and then you have Belisa and Sholo, like, doing the whole thing with Nicki Minaj on the monster track. So for me, it's like, those guys would have loved to be here. But right now, they cannot be here because they're being heroes. They're fighting the good fight. Right now, they're joining the picket line. They're fighting for better pay, for better treatment. And that's only going to set up a better future for every generation that's going to come. So that act of sacrifice, of selfless love for the other, is a heroic moment for them. And I hope people show up and support them because I want to see more of them.
Yes.
I want to see Blue Beetle become the hero that we've always wanted to be. And there's only so much more that we want to tell for his story. This is the first act of a beautiful, exciting, amazing saga. So if you go and watch Blue Beetle, only theaters August 18, it will guarantee a bright future for my lovely actors. It will guarantee a bright future for Jaime Reyes because not only the Blue Beetle saga is his own thing, but also Blue Beetle interacts with all the other DC universe. So James Gunn said it. Blue Beetle is the first superhero of his DCU. Let's show up. Let's support the film. Let's just connect each other with our differences by being culturally unique and find the things that makes us special because we are the world.
Let's go. And to wrap it up, my name is Teddy and
Ángel Manuel Soto.
I will see you guys in the next one. Much love.
Peace.
My dude.